Best known by his pen name Tennessee Williams, Thomas Lanier Williams III was born on March 26, 1911. He, Eugeneo'Neill, and Arthurmiller are regarded as the preeminent American playwrights of the 1900s. In 1929, while attending the University of Missouri, where he briefly studied journalism, Williams saw a production of Henrik Ibsen's play Ghosts and decided to become a playwright. But his father pulled him out of the college and made him go work at the International Shoe Company instead. After falling in love with a girl who didn't return his love, he began writing poetry, essays, stories, and plays. Williams continued to write even while he was working a variety of odd jobs, such as a factory worker, waiter, Hollywood scriptwriter, and also briefly as a caretaker on a chicken ranch, which was described as disastrous. Even though he is now known for emotional realism, his earliest work was fantasy and science fiction. Once, he also lied about his age and won $100 after entering a playwriting contest meant for 25 and under, but he was 28 by then. His plays began to be produced by small local theatre companies and they earned good reviews, but not much money. He was nearly broke when The Glass Menagerie was produced, which proved to be a big commercial and critical success, first in Chicago and later on Broadway. The play, like much of his work, drew heavily from Williams' personal history. His elder sister Rose, who was diagnosed with schizophrenia, was his inspiration for the character Laura from The Glass Menagerie. Elia Kazan, who directed many of his plays, once said, "Everything in his life is in his plays, and everything in his plays is in his life." He won a Pulitzer Prize with his next major play, A Streetcar Named Desire, in 1948. Originally, he had titled it as Blanche's Chair in the Moon and was grateful that he didn't name it so. Now, this is widely considered as one of the greatest plays of 20th century. America's most promising and critically acclaimed playwright and screenwriter choked to death on a bottle cap at his New York City residence on February 24, 1983. New Orleans hosts major festival in his honor. The Tennessee Williams New Orleans Literary Festival takes place in the month of March every year to commemorate his career. The festival began in 1986, 3 years after his death, and there is also a theatre named after him in Key West, Florida. Tennessee Williams' plays are still controversial. There are many critics who call his work sensational and shocking, but his plays have attracted the widest audience all over the world.